Now, anyone passing through the city will notice a brighter, revamped Bank of England. That's because a massive deep clean of the Grade 1 listed building, which started in February, has just been completed. It's the first deep clean since 1993, and it's all taken place with unplanned austerity protests, the filming of the new James Bond movie, and official visits all getting in the way. Well, here to tell us more is Mark Stiles, Managing Director of Thomann-Hanry, the company who carried out the works. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Mark. And this took around 7 months to do.
Well, it actually took less than that, because the 7 months on site included the time between permits and also the time that we had to work around the austerity protests and the filming of movies like Spectre, the latest James Bond movie, which actually took place in Loughborough, and we got some great sneak preview footage from our time-lapse cameras which are on the nearby buildings.
Oh, so you're able to actually catch the filming taking place?
Yeah, we've got time-lapse cameras on top of Mansion House and also ABC Bank on the back, and they filmed the entire project from the beginning to the end, so we've got a record of the works that were done, and
wow.
Makes for a great film.
Well, how are you able to actually carry out all this work? Then I imagine when, you know, Daniel Craig is filming his Bondy type stuff, they don't want to see any people climbing up the Bank of England cleaning.
This is actually
no?
This is the beauty of the system, and one of the reasons why our system was chosen. It's specifically designed to be able to work with minimum disruption, and all of the work's actually being carried out at weekends anyway. So we normally arrive on a Friday night, we bring the equipment in, we set it up, we're off site by 10 p.m. We start again on the Saturday morning, work through to Sunday night. By Monday morning, when all the city workers return and the bank staff, there's no record that we're even there apart from beautifully clean part of the building.
That's right, because you guys use a method where you don't need scaffolding. How are you able to do that?
Well, we actually patented the system about 25 years ago, and we're the only operator that uses the system worldwide. The system consists of a self-enclosed cabin, which is mounted and integrated into the boom of a hydraulic platform. The building's cleaned using very, very fine powders, which are much akin to mineral talc. They're very, very light but sharp, and they have enough mass and energy that they can cut through the dirt, but they don't have any effect on the stone in any way. So we've cleaned UNESCO sites all over the world, and the majority of our work in the UK is now on Grade 1 and Grade 2 listed buildings.
And no water's used in any of this?
The only water that's used is actually recycled. It's actually used to capture the powder as we're cleaning. The powder's extracted through the cabin. In the back of the cabin, it's run through a water curtain where it's turned into a slurry. As a slurry, it's pumped to the ground. We extract the powder, which is already a recycled product. We then recycle it again, and the water runs around in a closed loop. So the only water used is recycled, and it's used to capture the dust. So no water actually touches the building.
So what happened then when protesters decided to turn up?
We packed up.
We were forced to you couldn't do any cleaning?
Couldn't do anything. So we had the weekend off, apart from the graffiti crews that came in on the Sunday night. That was it. So all our staff had the weekend off, and we carried on the following weekend.
And so how does the Bank of England look now compared to what it was a few months ago?
It's bright. I mean, you almost need sunglasses coming out of the tube station now, but it was so incredibly black because it hasn't been cleaned for 20 years. So we'd first looked at the project 6 or 7 years ago, and it was overdue at that point. So it's been a long time since it was last cleaned, and being on Bank Junction, which is so busy with the buses, taxis, cars, it's an incredibly busy location. It is very, very dirty, and now it looks very, very clean, and it looks superb.
All right, well, Mark, thanks very much. We'll see you in 20 years then when the next clean takes place.
Hopefully
then,
a bit sooner than that. Thank you.
All right, lovely, Mark. Thanks very much.